What is popping? Well, couldn't help it. Saw a nice deal on a piece of apparatus this afternoon. Called the owner, said, "What you think?" Worked out a little deal. We're gonna see what's up. We're gonna pop that on in a minute. But before we talk about that, I'd like to thank y'all for being here, checking me out. RaJuR, the producer, TLA, the lazy interpreter as well. All right. So what we're ready to do right now is we're gonna talk about fragrances, but nice fragrance. Go ahead, brother, do your thing. You know what I mean? I wore this Jubilation 25 today, so I wore that. And let me get right to the gear, because that's what we're talking about. Talking about the gear. Alright, so anyway, we're gonna pop off and I'll tell you about the mic first. So for you gearheads who are into mics and stuff like that, right now we have here the Avatone CV12, right? And it's the mic that they say Taylor Swift used a couple times. Check 1 2, check 1 2, and it does sound good. This is a tube microphone, so it has a little tube in it. Holla at your boy 100. Now I'm not sure if this sounds as good as the tube microphone I have already, so we'll see. We'll play with it, see what's popping off at it. What we're gonna do right now, I'm gonna pull the other mic stand out what else? I'm gonna take the other mic stand out of the and we're gonna hook it up and see what's up. All right. So check out the track real quick. I'll be right back with you. Yeah, I think what I want to do is see you guys. I don't want to do fragrances in the morning, man. Fragrances in the morning. Fragrances in the morning, and we'll probably be studio at night. Probably how this is gonna work, all right? And that way I'm giving attention to both my audiences. But for the most part tonight, again, we're talking about studio equipment I just got for the studio, because we're getting ready for this new CD called 20. All right? So you fragrance guys, you want to stick around and check me out. Talking about mics and stuff like that. Feel free to stick around, but we'll talk about fragrances. Y'all can talk amongst yourselves, but I probably won't be involved in the conversation too much. So you guys can talk amongst yourselves, talk about fragrances, but I'll be talking about these microphones and this new mic pre I just got from this young man I bought the mic pre from. Alright, so let me go and get this mic stand so I can hook it up, alright? Take this over here. And somehow we'll let this go free. In fact, I think I'm just gonna take the whole assembly over there. Should I do that? Not sure what I should do right now. I'm getting kind of nervous. I'm a little nervous about. I'm just a little nervous right now, but hopefully my nervousness will go away once I find out what's going on with a piece of equipment. All right. In the meantime, we're going to bring this other mic stand out here, so. Alright, I'm going to bring this out. Hold on a second. So if you gearheads, I know a lot of you gearheads don't really know much about me when y'all look at my my videos, but I'm not new to the I'm definitely not new to the gear game. That's all I gotta say. So you guys may have not heard, you might have saw my music online, something like that, but Again, for the gearheads, yeah, I've been doing this for a long time. What's going on, King Bennett? Been doing the studio thing for a long time. Now I'm getting back in it, giving fragrances a rest. So we won't be buying any fragrances anytime soon because the amount of money that I spent over the last 5 days, I could almost bought a whole nother cage. But again, like I said, fragrance is not the only thing I do, gentlemen. I do a little bit more, and I do music. So if you want to check out my music, besides my fragrances, you know, y'all can go and check out my music. I'm gonna put this mic in here. Click it in. Cool. You can check out my music on just Google me, RaJuR. Oh yeah, we at the music right now, baby. I'm just hooking up my mic here. Check 1 2. Hooking my mic up here, my new mic that I just got. We got this morning, so I didn't get a chance to really what's going on, Destroy? Just got this morning, so I didn't get a chance to play with it. So I was really looking forward to coming home and playing with this. But in the meantime, I found this nice deal. I found a nice deal on what they call a mic preamp. So I went and checked that out. And I got just a slight bit of nervousness about that, but we're going to see what's up in a minute. In the meantime, we're hooking up this mic. Got to tighten down the screws so the mic can stay in place. All right? Mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2. And again, for you gearheads, this mic is called the Evertone CV12. And this is a tube microphone. And it's different from other microphones because they have a tube in it, and the tube makes the vocals warmer. So if you don't have a tube preamp, the vocals are a lot warmer with a tube. Check 1 2. So that's how it sounds right now. So we're going to leave that right there. We got that set. And we're going to let that do what it do. We're going to let that warm up. Now we're going to take out the mic pre. So I just picked this up from a young man in Jersey, an aspiring film maker. He got out the game, he said. So I said, well, let me pick up this piece. You know, it was a good price. Definitely a good price. So let's see what's up with it. Let's take it out of the box and see what's up. All right, the piece that I picked up, was called, and it's actually new, this is used, my man, I bought it from somebody else. So for you gearheads, this is called the LA-610. And the thing about LA-610 is you have your mic preamp here, and then you have what they call a limiter over here. So you got all in one box. You also have EQ here, selective EQ. So you can do your EQing. You have your levels here, your different impedances. You have your big volume knob there, and you got your knobs here for when you want to kick in the compressor or the limiter, whatever you want to call it. Some people call it output preamp. Some people call it compression. Some people call it limiter. That's why it's called leveling amp, LA, leveling amp. All right, and this is the pre. All right, so we're going to hook this up top. What we're going to do is we're going to throw, I got to put it underneath a piece because, which I really can't because the tube needs to breathe. So I really can't clog it up too much. I think what I got to do is I got to put like some spacers. I got to put a spacer between this and my other preamp that I'm going to put underneath it. Because since this is tube, it needs to breathe. But I can't put it on top because it's too big to put on top. So I have to put it on the bottom where I'm going to set up here in the lab. Because I can't put it inside the case because the mic inputs is on the back. And I need to always get to the mic input. So we're going to put this up here. In the meantime, more music. We're going right back to that song I was working on this morning. Check it out. There's no bass line on it. I'll be right back. Ah. Whoa! That was close. That's crazy. Let's try this again. Can't be dropping our amps. I'm gonna have that. Try this again. There we go. And we'll put some more spaces up on it. Once we get everything settled, we'll put some more spaces up on it and make sure it's popping off how it's way right from the right here. 100 bars. Right, it's on. We have ignition. We have ignition. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to let this bad boy get warmed up. I'm going to turn off that 48 volts, we don't need that. That's going to be out. 15D pad, we don't need that on. I'm going to go to line level. We're going to plug this in a line level. And we're going to take it from there. So right now we got the mic on. We got the mic on, it's hot. The mic is hot. What we're going to do is now we're going to let that warm up and we're going to take the mic and we're going to plug it into the new preamp and we're going to take it through its paces. We're going to plug it into there, and then we're going to take our mic and plug it into there and make sure everything is working properly. That's what we're going to do. All right, so in the meantime, get a little hum, get a little feedback, because this mic is kind of hot. This mic is kind of hot. I had test one. And basically what's happening is going through the tone beast, and it's coming out of the tone beast and going into the ISA-220, which is crazy because, wow, it's really powerful. This is really, really powerful right now. I'm going to let that go down. I'm going to kind of lean the mic in on me a little bit so I don't have to keep kind of reaching, you know what I'm saying? We can make it let's make it slightly adjustable. There we go. And this is in front of the speaker, so it's going to be a little feedback, but that's okay. We just want to hear what's going on, all right? So we got that popping. So when I'm ready to plug into the back, when I think that's one, we're already going to the line level now. We're going to go line level into the, we're going to switch out. And we're going into the UA piece. Here we go. So now, check. All right, so now we're going into the UA audio piece. We got output. We gonna bypass the meter. We don't need to put a pad on here. We put a little bit of gain on there. You need EQ. Because we basically line level. We in here line level right now. Line level, check 1, 2. Line level, check 1, 2. Now I'm cranking it up just a little bit more, line level. Turn it down, we hear nothing. Check 1, 2, check 1, 2. Take the pad off, I think the pad is off, check 1, 2. Check 1, 2, check 1, 2, okay? Move this box out the way because it's getting crowded back here with all this gear I just got in, okay? So let's take this Sweetwater again. We like to thank Sweetwater. Thank Sweetwater for the microphone. And we got another piece coming in, another preamp. It's not like I really need another preamp, but oh my man, with such a nice deal on this preamp, that I'm hoping everything works out well with it. And we'll be super happy. Alright, so that's called the UA Audio. What I was just in with the UA Audio 6 LA-610. Okay, now I got more room back here because that big box is gone. We need no box. What do you need a box for? You need to throw the box in the trash. You don't get a freaking box. You get no box. Get the box out of here. Alright. Crank it up a little bit more. Now it's up even more. Wow, that's really loud. Okay. Let's go to the EQ. We're going to go to 10 band and turn up the high end on it so you now can hear it a little bit more high end in here. So it's like semi-parametric. You can pick, there's 3 frequencies you can pick. There's shelving EQs. So basically you can pick 4.5, K, 7K, or 10K. 10K is the highest. That's where you get this nice silky, yeah, baby, I just want you to know this mic is gonna sound real good. No matter what I do, you can hear the tube. And the thing about it is double tube. So there's tube in this mic and there's also a tube in that mic preamp. Okay? So again, We ain't gonna do too much with it because we gotta make sure it breathes. So I gotta make sure I put some spacers up here because them tubes need to breathe. You can't let them be hot. All right. So. Then we have the low end, so you can cut out the low end. So if it's too much low end, you can cut it out. Now the low end is out. So you don't even hear that much low end, but let me put it back in. Check it out. Now the low end is in. You hear it? Now it's deeper. So you can take the low end out or you take the low end in. Same thing with the highs. Too many highs, take the highs out. This sounds good. This really sounds good. It was this guy named Bill Putnam who actually made Universal Audio stuff. And again, I don't want to get too much into it because I've been out the studio game for a little while. I've been in the fragrance game, but I still know about my studio gear. I know what to buy. I know what I need in my lab. And right here, this thing is sounding so crispy and creamy. Man, I can probably cut with this all day long. I can cut with this combination right here. But the thing about it is, it's not really, it's like a triple combination. It's like a perfect combination. So basically, we got to run it through the warm audio and then into here. So what we're going to do, we're going to take it out of the warm audio and we're going to put it straight directly into the UA audio. Stand by. It's almost 11 o'clock already. It's crazy. Check 1, 2. Whoa, that is hot. Wow. We got to put a pad on that because it's too hot. Wow. Okay, here we go. Calm down. Here we go. I'm not sure if I'm putting too much pressure in here on the mic. I don't know if it's the cable. Make sure the cable and everything is right. I've been getting a lot of feedback on this mic, like, yo, that's crazy. All right, so right now we're going straight directly into the M audio piece. We straight in there, holla at your boy. As you can see, for some reason the mic keeps cutting off. I'm not sure because I'm too close. It might be because I'm too close. Yeah, I can't. This diaphragm is very, very sensitive, so you can't be too close to it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put see if I can put this cover over top of it. We're going to put this over top of it. So, there we go. So now to knock off some. There you go. See, I don't have that problem anymore. This diaphragm is very, very sensitive. I may have to use this top popper on there just to keep my breath from boom bamming. So now we add the pad. Now we're kicking it in. This bad boy is hot. The juice is hot. We're not overdriving it or anything. And now we're turning up the peak reduction. As you can hear, it sounds a little bit deeper now. We got a whole different sound. What they said about this mic preamp is you got to kind of mess around with it. Try to find what the combination is that's going to make it sound really good for you and the people you're listening to. You know what I'm saying? So, Okay, now we got the EQ back down to normal EQ. It's back down to normal EQ right now, and it's sounding good. It's sounding really good. Okay, so I'd like to thank my man Matt Cooley, who put me down with this nice deal. So far, so good. You know, you gotta be kind of careful. I mean, you know, you gotta trust people when you're buying things used. You know what I mean? Because you hope they took care of it like you do take care of your stuff. And, you know, y'all guys can see I take care of my stuff very well. So, you know, a lot of times I get nervous when I'm buying some stuff when it's not quite, when I pay that much money. You know, I paid a lot of money for this unit for a used piece that I'm buying for somebody independently. Even though this piece I just bought we're listening to now, that piece is like a $1,600 piece. So you guys talking about buying fragrances, you're not even close when it comes to studio stuff. You know, y'all guys say, yo, man, should I buy a bottle of this, a bottle of that? No, should I buy this mic preamp for $1,600? That's a whole different story, you know what I'm saying? But I want this CD to be the best CD. I want it to be sonically accurate. Sorry about the 666. I want it to be sonically accurate. I want to make sure it sounds good. And that's what we buy. We buy different mic preamps. Because I have this mic preamp. Then we got another mic preamp. Got to make sure it's hot. You know what I'm saying? You got to let them know what it do. That's what I do. I got to let them know. We got to bring that heat. We got to bring that RaJuR heat. So now that we done tested the mic, now we're going to plug the bass in it and see how the bass sounded, all right? While this track is playing. So let's try the bass next. Think about wires in the studio. My studio is kind of tight. You got wires everywhere, man, you know? I got to switch over the line. No, Mike? Or high Z? So I'm just getting to learn this thing. It's not bad. Sounds pretty good. Add a little EQ to it. Okay. If I want to add some compression there, I can go here. Compression, output. And see how, no matter how hard I hit it, the compression keep it down. That's what compression do it. I hit it, it's knocking it down, so it's not too loud. Sometimes compression can give you a really good sound though. So we're going to take some of the compression off. Crank up the gain on it. All right, let's see what the song sound like. Here we go. Sounds pretty doggone good. So I'd like to thank my man who helped me at PNC. Hold on, so I gotta find his name. Hold on. I told him I'm gonna shout. That's his name. I gotta shout out my man. I gotta shout out my man Cornelius Hunt at PNC for helping me move my money around so I can buy that monstrously expensive piece tonight for the studio. You know what I mean? So I want to make sure my studio, man, it's like my fragrances, man. My fragrances gotta be right. My studio gotta be right. We don't do nothing half behind over here, man. We just don't do that. You know, we do everything full boat. All niche, all expensive equipment, whatever it takes to make sure my stuff sounds like quality stuff. If I happen to go to a studio, I got my studio right here. And I ain't done. We get more stuff too. Because we need that Grammy next year. One more time, let's go with the music. So this sounds good.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to tell y'all a true story. I got to tell y'all a true story. Here's a true story. But before I do that, I'm going to put on my strap. I'm going to show y'all something real quick. So, somebody, a couple of nights ago, we was talking about Tiff Benson. And they was like, can't stand this strap. And they was like, y'all got to get a better strap. Because this joint always coming off. Mess around and drop my bass one day at karaoke. Mess around with this freaking strap on my guitar. So somebody was like, yo, you know Tiff is a salsa dancer. And I'm like, really? I didn't think she did salsa. So one day I wasn't doing anything. I said, let me look up and see if I can catch up and see if she actually a dancer. Because y'all like to talk crap and like that, like y'all, you know, be like scooping somebody. So I said, I'm going to go ahead on and see Jubilation 25. Somebody trying to get $5 million from me. I ain't going to say no names. Anyway. So yeah, so it was like, yo, let me check it out. So I look up Tiff Benson, and I see she has her own site. But then all of a sudden I saw this salsa thing come up. I'm like, she does salsa dance. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I checked it out. That's exactly why I'm doing this song. Because Tiff Benson is a salsa dancer. But it also said, yo, man, I need to diverse my next CD. I want to have a little bit of everything. So it kind of worked out well. Seeing she's a salsa dancer, she may not ever dance to my salsa songs, you know, even like, whatever. But I mean, I just decided to do it because I saw her salsa dance. She want salsa dance too. I'm freaking playing this freaking song. Move out the way, you salsa dance. Where the boxes? Where the boxes? Get the boxes out the way. You freaking boxes. You know boxes. I need a freaking boxes. That's right. I'm going to dedicate this song to Tiff Benson because she's a salsa dancer. And again, that's why I wrote it. I'm not going to say I wrote this for Tiff Benson because pretty much her boyfriend might get mad, whoever he may be. Somebody told me, well, see, I know how to salsa dance too, so we're going to salsa while I'm playing the song. Let's go. I come to the salsa floor, have your empty glass of wine. I messed up. What I saw dance on? See, I can salsa dance, dog. You mess with me like that. I play the bass though. Don't mess with me, I be hitting up. So what I might do is invite Tiff. I'm going to do a video on this song. I'm going to let this be the song I do a video on. One of the videos. I'm not sure the name of the song. It's going to be on the CD. I might put some words to it. Let's try it. Add some words off the top of the dome. Another empty glass of wine. Ain't nothing in it. Here we go. Senorita, come and dance with me and down. Señorita, dance with me, child. Come and do that. I like the way you do what you do. Look at the new. Oh yeah. Man, I gotta write some words, dog. Can't be come off the top of the dome with a salsa song. Gotta know some words, man. To crush some freaking boxes, man. I messed that song up so bad. I want to crush some freaking boxes. I want to crush this bass. I'm gonna take this bass and crush this bass. Oh, preamp sounded good. That sounds pretty doggone good, right? So let's take it out. We're gonna plug in my other bass. I got lots of bases. Yeah. And I ain't talking about no bases around the baseball field. I'm talking about bases. I haven't played this bass in so long. Let's try this bass. Let's play this bass. We'll try this bass right here. Let's play this bass. Man, anybody talking about no crushing tiff, man. Stop it, dog. Now, this bass right here is more powerful. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful when I turn this bass up. Then we gotta turn this bass down. Now like this bass, this is my popping bass. Y'all like the way I pop that bass? Let me hit it again. I gotta practice, man. I haven't used this bass in a while. Let me see if I can pop Tiff's song. Let's go. Did I say Tiff? Let me pop the salsa song. See, you can't be doing too much of a popping. This is a freaking, you can't pop on a salsa song. Let's try it again. There you go. Let me go and tell Tiff I wrote a song for her, dog. I said I was inspired by seeing her sister do a salsa dance, and she looked good. But because I went to salsa dancing classes about 2-3 years ago, I know how to salsa too. I know how to do the Fred Astaire salsa all the way across the floor. Man, I know a couple salsa dances. Only thing I can't do salsa dances, I can't dance with the girl with the salsa dance. I can do the bop. I can bop a little bit with the girl if I gotta do some bop, some old head bop stuff. But I don't really do that kind of dance either, man. I'm like, yo, what's up? Holla at your boy. Yeah. Come on. What? Bars. That's what kind of dance I really do. But I mean, I do salsa dance. I can do that, you know what I mean? I can do a little, you know what I mean, spin around, twist across the legs, and man, I can do my thing, dog. You know, I'm not a one-trick pony, dog. I can freaking dance. I play bass. I do fragrances. I can act. I can drive trains, man. Come on, dog. You gotta be versatile in this day and age, man. You never know you're gonna need a job when you get old like me. You better know how to freaking salsa dance and keep a job or something while you're retired. What? It's gonna sound good, dog. Turn the highs up on it a little bit. Oh, we done found a bass preamp. But then again, I ain't listened to the tone beats. See, the tone beats probably nice too. Damn, this joint sound crazy. Oh. He sent me an email a long time ago. He's like, yo, man, he sent me a video of somebody playing Get on the Floor and Dance With Me by Michael Jackson. So let me see if I can remember that. Because Louis Johnson was on bass. Rest his soul. Louis Johnson was getting down there. What's that? Something like that. Get on the floor. On the floor. Okay. On the floor. Dance with me. I can't sing and play bass at the same time, man, because I'd be like jamming, you know what I mean? I can do Brick House though. You young bucks who ain't know anything about Brick House, man. I don't know why I ain't playing that. Y'all ain't. What's Brick House, man? What's that? Is that the Commodores? It's the Commodores, dog. Alright, I'm done, man. This thing sounds good. Thanks to Matt. I was kind of worried for a second, dog. I sent you an email. I sent you a text. I was kind of like, yo, oh snap. You don't want to have no problems. But everything turned out to be good. So what I got to do is I got to put some foam. I got some foam here in my closet of stuff and cables. We'll put some foam. Make sure they have some space for the tubes to breathe. Because we can't be suffocating them tubes. Them tubes got to have an outlet to be able to breathe. So we're ready to do that. I'm done, y'all. I'm out, man. I'm ready to call it a night. I'm going to check the mic out. You know what I mean? And put it back in mic mode. Let me see. How do I do that now? Mic. Okay. 15 dB bad. Kick that in because it's too strong. Polarity out. 48 volt. We don't need that. Let's crank it up. Turn down what's going on here. We're going to turn down that. We don't need. Are we going to bypass this? Bypassing. And now, I still got to get to learn how to use this a little bit better. I got to learn how to use this a little bit better. But I mean, like I said, right now we got a 2 mic into a 2 preamp, which is kind of crazy. But sometimes that's the way you got to do it. Because you're looking for that sound. You're looking for that sound that's going to be like, oh my goodness, man. There's just no way. This sound right here, the combination right there, already, I done found my sweet spot. There's like, you got to keep experimenting with that. Yeah, I done found my sweet spot, man. I'm happy, man. I'm happy that everything turned out okay with that amp. And, yeah, we're going to leave it right there because we need to be able to get to the back and plug our microphone in to do what we got to do. You know what I mean? And what I'll probably do is I'll do like a, I'll probably do like a comparison with this. In fact, we're going to put that on straight. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, we might do a comparison with this and my, and the Tone Beast. And we're going to put that on flat as well. What's going on, Malonius? And let's just see how 3 of them sound until we get our other preamp in. In fact, we can do that right now. Stand by. I'm going to shut the computers down because we really don't need those. I just want to see how the music went. I want to see how the music went with everything. So let me stop putting my butt to y'all, man. I got to stop doing that. That's a bad habit. Just got to sit down and do what I got to do. And when I do this song, I'm going to put some extra stuff in there. I'm going to put some more accents in it. So I'm not done this track. I mean, I'm just letting y'all hear me start on the track like I did the last CD. But when this track is done, there's going to be more accents in it. You know what I mean? You know, a little ba-ba-ba-dum-dum-dum, stuff like that. I'm going to really hook this track up. But for now, we got the basis of the track. So we straight. So we're going to shut this bad boy down. We're shutting everything down. Over here. On this side, we shut down. Alright? So maybe Tiff will join my page like I joined hers. You know what I mean? Because it's almost like, I guess I'm making up. Alright, here we go. We're going to take the mic and take it up to this joint right here. We're not going to have any, we're going to bypass EQ on this one. So let's plug it into my boy up here. All right, so now we plugged up here, bada bing, bada boom. I'm going to go to mic. Bam. And we're going to turn this up in a second. Got to turn it down because we don't want it clipping. Because that's a strong amp as well. We'll turn it up. Check 1, 2. Now, we don't have it up enough. So what we're going to do is we're going to go mic. Let's see. We'll give it a little extra crank. 1, 2. So we're not getting anything. Hold on. What's going on here? Somebody don't have one on here? Oh, okay. I got to switch it over. Duh. All right. So now we're going from 16 over to 14. Be sure I got this right. 14. Out. Okay, here we go. That's it, straight 14 out. Check 1, 2. Okay, now we in a regular amp. Like I said, we're bypassing the Tone Beast right now. Okay. All right. So this is the ISA 220 Focusrite, and this is on flat. Ain't nothing happening. No EQ. So you can tell the difference between this and the other amp because the other one has tubes in it, and this one doesn't. You can tell the difference. This sounds a little bit more sterile. But if I want to add EQ, we go here. And we can add EQ to it. And we can make it spice up just by adding EQ. That's why we have the EQ up there. But we also have EQ on the 610. But again, without the EQ, it sounds kind of sterile. I mean, I really don't even hear too much of the tube in this with that. But yeah, I like the pop filter on it too because I think that even with the pop filter off, I don't want to have all the explosives. You call them explosives. So we'll keep this on top of it because this is really going to protect the diaphragm from being attacked. by what, because I just don't think there's any much of a difference that I just won't be able to make up probably within the EQ of the amp, the tube amp. So now we're going to take this out and then we're going to plug it into the tone beast. And the tone beast is a little harder because there's so much more going on. There's so much more going on with the tone beast. Now this is the tone beast. So there's so much more to go on with the tone beast. Because you got different settings here. Now I don't know how to bypass a lot of these. So we're going to turn up the output gain. Yeah. Whoa. Because this is really hot. This is a hot, yeah, this is a hot preamp. So, and we can do different tones with this. But basically we want to set it up so we're not overdriving it. Because you can like turn up the input. It's like if you turn up the volume, you turn the volume up on your TV, just turn up the volume, but then you got something to control the amount of volume. Or you turn up the volume, but you have something to regulate how much of that volume comes out. Pretty much that's what you call overdriving. So you turn up something real loud, it'll be it's just too much. But then you'll still turn down the volume to make sure it's still equal. So we can do that. So we got this up to unity right now, which is really up kind of hot. We got this up kind of hot. See how hot that is? See how clean it gets? Because we turned up the input really, really good. We're going to let the input and then the output, we're going to control how much output we want out of that input. So again, what we call it gain. So we have like meters here so you can see how hot the meter is. It'll go in red, you know, it's starting to sound like it's distorting. So we drop it down to just right. That's good. And now we add the level. Bang. And then there's other things you can do to change the tones of this microphone inside the tone beast. So that's why we have 3 different preamps. We have your solid state Focusrite, which is basically a clean preamp with a beautiful EQ, a nice compressor as well, and a de-esser. It takes de-essers out. There's too many S's. And then we have the 610, LA-610, which is a tube preamp. And since this is a tube mic, it's like double tube. We have to put like a really solid state mic on this to see how the tube really reacts to a regular mic that's not a tube. But this is a tube mic right here. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to start putting this mic in upside down because we don't want the tube to heat up the diaphragm. Let's do that. Yeah, because what happens is, because there's a tube in here, the tubes get hot. And I'm not sure how big the tube is in here. I never saw the inside of one of these, but the tube gets hot. And once the tube gets hot, it might heat up, hold on. It might heat up the diaphragm. I mean, it might heat up the diaphragm. And you don't want the heat to hit the diaphragm. So a lot of people, what they do is, you turn the mic upside down. You know what I mean? That's what I did with my my Sputnik in there. It's actually upside down in there. And that way when the tube gets hot, it doesn't affect the diaphragm. Because you don't want anything to mess with the diaphragm. This is the diaphragm in there. I don't know if you can see it. There's a little round thing in there. It's right behind the grill, it's round. That's what you sing into. That's called the diaphragm. This is the capsule. The tube is in the capsule. So once it heats up, it's going up. But if we turn it upside down, if it heats up, it'll go up to here. It won't go up to the diaphragm. So that's what we're going to do. Put this in upside down. And that's how it's going to be in here. There you go. Line it up. Are y'all learning something about music, man? Are y'all learning? Because I want y'all to learn just like fragrances. I want you to be able to learn about being in the studio, man. I like to share everything about what I do, man. I'm not just, I ain't doing this just for show. I'm doing this because I want you guys to also learn as well. I mean, you can go to somebody else's page that's talking about studio, but, are they really explaining to you that you know? Or can you hear from me when I'm talking to you in layman's terms so it don't sound like I'm saying something that's too complicated? Because a lot of times, I know what's going on, but I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to say it technically. I don't know how to say, yeah, the flippity flappity and the flip flippity flip and a flappity flipper on a flap flip. I don't know how to say all those fancy words, man. I mean, I'm an articulate dude. I talk hood when I mess with y'all because I want y'all to feel comfortable. I want to feel dog. I gotta talk. I'm all what is this? I can share, all right? No, I'm not gonna do that, man. We're gonna talk like we buddies. We're gonna talk like we homies, man. You know, when it's time for me to get another job, then maybe I'll talk like I'm trying to get a job. But right now, thank heavens I got a job. So I don't need to speak like I'm trying to be at an interview. Bars, okay? So now we're going to set that up right there. And like I said, we turn it upside down. And I pretty much kind of just, believe it or not, I just really just got enlightened by that. Because my mic, there we go. My mic was always right side up. I didn't think about the heat hitting the diaphragm. I never did. But yeah, it does. It hits the diaphragm. That's what I heard, so to make it hotter. So it's right here, now the mic is upside down. Now, bada bing. Let's crank it back up. And now we back at it. So as you can hear, it doesn't change the sound of the mic at all. But to me, it just sounds as though it got clearer. And now we're in a whole different preamp. We're in the tone beats preamp where we can change stuff around. So it depends. So I can play a guitar or bass out of either one of these. I got another one coming in. I spent a lot of money, man. We talking about 8, 12. It's 12. No, it was $1,000. It was $1,000 for this and the other preamp. That's 1,000. 8, 9. Now I spent a lot of money. I spent well over almost about $2,000 in the last 2 weeks. But I want my studio to be right. Like I want my fragrances to be right. I want my studio to be right. And that's what it is, man. I can't do nothing half behind. Like I said, I can't work half-ass. I can't, man. And if I can't do it right, they don't need me even doing it. Real talk. All right, so we're going to do that. We're going to kick in this capacitor and see if this changed. Yeah, see, it changed a little bit. We kicked in a capacitor. Okay? All right, so in is clean, out is like vintage. It's like a vintage thing. All right? Now we can pick the output transformer. Like one, they have one is called steel, the other one is called nickel. And that's because inside of these preamps, they got like different things going. They got transformers, they got IC chips, all kinds of stuff that you can change up to try to make a mic sound like something different. It's like you can put gas, if you put premium gas in your car's gonna ride better, honestly. But if you put freaking regular gas in a premium gas engine, it's gonna sputter. Same thing with this. You want to plug this into a nice mic preamp that's going to complement the mic. In fact, even if you have not so good of a mic, you might have just a regular old mic. A regular old dynamic SM57 like this. You might have something like this. You don't expect something like this to sound good, but this is really a good mic. This is Shure SM7. SM58. And this is a stable mic. This is some of the mics you see them on stage when you're doing like this. This will probably be one of them. If it's not a Sennheiser, it'll be a SM58. They got SM58s in different models too. SM58 LC, stuff like that. But SM58 is one of the mics that singers like to sing with. And these preamps that you spend these thousands of dollars for can actually make this mic sound almost like this mic. Even though there's no tube in this mic, it can sound like this mic because we use the different variances of the different preamps to make it sound better. Okay? So, you know, like I said, I want to have versatility here. I want to have a solid state preamp, which is the Focusrite. I want to have a tube preamp, which is the UA audio. And then I want to have a preamp that can do a little bit of everything. You can just push in buttons on stuff and make stuff change. There's the Tone Beast. And when we get the Heritage Audio Elite, that's basically a plain Jane, but it's supposed to be mimicked after a console called API console back in the day. And it's supposed to almost have that flavor. So that way we got 4 different flavors. We can put our basses in it. We can put our guitars in it. We can sing in it. We can mic cabinets. We can do whatever we want to do. And we can have different flavors instead of having something sound the same all the time. And that's the thing about a studio. It's just like you're not going to wear the same fragrance every day. In my songs, I'm not going to have the same mic and the same preamp all the time. I might sing, I might not sound good with this mic, but if I plug in my other mics into this preamp, I might sound better. Or I'll plug that mic into that preamp, I might sound better. It's about having choices, just like having choices of juices. So whether you are a collector or you have fragrances, it's that way. Or whether you're a gear guy, you already know. You got to have Swiss Army knives in your studio to be able to do different things. Like I said, I might want to take that UA audio and run it into the Focusrite, because the Focusrite got more of a crazy EQ. I can move around with that EQ a little bit more and get more out of it than I can with the EQ that's on the UA. All right, so I got the other preamp coming in. There's no EQ on it at all. It's just bam. You're just working on the output transformers and input transformers and make it do what it do and make it sound clean. But then when I run that, I might run that through the tube, or I might run it through the tone beast, or I might run it through that. I can run all three of them together if I want right now. I can plug all three of them together, and I'll be using all three of them at one time with this one mic. So different things you can do. It's not like layering, but it almost is like layering. But y'all know I don't layer fragrances. That ain't happening. That ain't popping. Holla at your boy. So I'm happy, man. Thank you again, Matthew, man. Everything seemed to work out okay. Also, I'd like to thank my man Cornelius Hunt at PNC for putting my money straight so I can pick up this lovely preamp tonight. And I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to get to bed by 12 o'clock. Actually, I don't. I'm going to stay in here and play a little bit more with some more mics, man. That's what I'm going to do. And play around a little bit. And label my cables so I know what cables are which. Take my come over here and put it over there. I want to just neaten up the place, get it going. So y'all have a great night. Thank you for stopping by. Again, dear man, I like it. But it didn't make the cut today for Fragrance of the Day. We're going to win Jubilation 25 XV. I don't know why I'm spraying this great dog. Take a doggone shower. Yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you very much, man. Hey, this is what I do, man. This is my first thing. It's not my passion. People say, that's your passion. Fragrances are your passion. I don't have a passion, man. You know what? I have a passion for trying to do the right thing. That's what I have a passion for. I don't have a passion for, my BMW I just got. I really like that car. It's a beautiful car. You know what I mean? But I don't have no passion for that car. I'm not down there wiping that car off, getting the snow off of it. I would be doing that. I'll be cleaning it up every day. I don't have a passion for a car. I like my basses. I like my guitars. I like my studio. But I don't have a passion for it. I can let it go for a little while. I did to do fragrances. I wasn't even back here that much. Doing what I'm doing now. I wasn't buying gear and stuff like that. I was doing all fragrances. Now it's time to step off fragrances. And now it's time to come back to the studio. That's how we do. All right? So I'm out, y'all. Talk to y'all later. Practice my salsa dance just because I run to Tiffany. And she be at the Grammy show with me, and my song get a Grammy, and I'll let her dance with me on stage to this song. I'm out. Holla at your boy. And please, I ain't trying to start no trouble. I don't know if she got a man or not. I'm just saying. I saw her dance the salsa.